Ever wondered how to make perfect homemade pasta? Let's embark on a culinary journey that will transform the way you perceive pasta, from a simple store-bought staple to a gourmet dish you can craft in your own kitchen. The virtues of homemade pasta are myriad. Imagine savoring pasta that's incredibly fresh, boasting a distinctive taste that leaps and bounds above anything you can buy off the shelf. But it's not just about the taste, it's about the freedom to customize your pasta to your liking, choosing your preferred ingredients and experimenting with different flavors. It's about the pure joy of creating something from scratch, the satisfaction you derive from kneading the dough to the perfect consistency, shaping it into your favorite pasta form, and finally cooking it to perfection. This is not merely a cooking lesson, but an invitation to embrace the art of pasta making. So roll up your sleeves and get ready for a gastronomic adventure. Stay tuned as we unravel the secrets to pasta perfection. Making pasta at home requires just a few simple ingredients. To commence your pasta making journey, all you really need are 3 basic ingredients: flour, eggs, and salt. Let's break it down. First on the list is flour. Not just any flour, mind you, but 00 or 00 flour. This is an ultra-fine, high-protein variety, perfect for achieving that smooth, supple pasta dough we're after. It's the cornerstone of your pasta, the base that will bind everything together. Next up, eggs. These aren't just for binding, they're for enriching too. They lend your pasta a lovely yellow hue and a certain richness that's hard to beat. Use fresh, free-range eggs if you can. They make a world of difference in both color and flavor. Lastly, we have salt. Now, it might seem insignificant, but salt is crucial. It enhances the flavor of the pasta, making it more than just a bland canvas for your sauce. And remember, it's not just for the boiling water. A pinch in your dough will do wonders. In the quest for pasta perfection, the quality of your ingredients is paramount. The beauty of homemade pasta lies in its simplicity, but that means each ingredient needs to shine. Opt for the best you can afford. It will elevate your pasta from ordinary to extraordinary. With these ingredients at hand, you're ready to start the pasta making process. The first step in making homemade pasta is to prepare the dough. In making pasta, the dough is where all the magic begins. It's a simple mix of flour and eggs, but the process of combining them is where your pasta's texture is truly determined. Pour your flour onto a clean surface, forming a well in the center. Crack your eggs into this well, and using a fork gradually incorporate the flour, starting from the inner rim and working your way out. Once the flour and eggs are combined, it's time to get your hands dirty, and this is where the real fun begins. Kneading the dough isn't just a physical process, it's a sensory one. It's about feeling the dough change under your hands as you work it, from a shaggy, lumpy mass into a smooth, elastic ball. The key is to not rush this process. Spend a good 10 to 15 minutes kneading, pushing the dough away from you with the heel of your hand, then folding it back over onto itself, turning and repeating. Now we've kneaded our dough, but we're not quite ready to roll it out just yet. This is where patience comes into play. The dough needs time to rest, to relax the gluten we've just worked so hard to develop. So wrap your dough in plastic and let it sit for at least 30 minutes. If you can, let it rest for an hour. This resting period is crucial. It allows the dough to hydrate fully and the gluten to relax, making it easier to roll out and shaping your pasta a breeze. So, we've mixed, we've kneaded, we've rested, we've put in the thyme and the elbow grease, and we're left with a beautiful smooth ball of dough full of potential, waiting to be transformed into any pasta shape we desire. Now that the dough is ready, it's time to shape it into pasta. Shaping the pasta is where you can really let your creativity shine. Now that we have our beautifully crafted dough, we're all set to shape our pasta, and this is the fun part, my friends. The world of pasta shapes is as diverse and varied as the dishes you can create with them. Whether you fancy long, thin strands of spaghetti, wide ribbons of fettuccine, or even the small, short tubes of penne, the choice is yours. For the classic fettuccine, simply roll out the pasta dough into a thin sheet. Then with a sharp knife or a pasta cutter, slice the sheet into long, thin strips. The width is completely up to you, but traditionally, fettuccine is about 1/4 of an inch wide. Remember to keep the thickness consistent for even cooking. If you're feeling a bit more adventurous, why not try your hand at penne? This one is a bit more tricky, but certainly doable. Roll sections of your dough into thin tubes, then cut these tubes into shorter lengths. The hollow center of the penne is perfect for catching delicious sauces with pasta. Consistency is key. Whichever shape you're going for, try to make sure all the pieces are roughly the same size. This will ensure they all cook evenly and at the same pace. There's a whole world of pasta shapes to explore, from the twisted spirals of fusilli to the tiny pearls of acini di pepe. Shaping pasta is a chance to play with your food in the best possible way. And let's not forget, pasta shapes aren't just for show. Different shapes hold sauces in different ways. So think about the dish you're planning to make when choosing your pasta shape. A meaty ragu might call for a sturdy rigatoni, while a delicate seafood sauce pairs beautifully with angel hair pasta. Once you've shaped your pasta, it's time to cook it to perfection. And that, my friends, is a story for another scene, so stick around, we're just getting started. The final step in making homemade pasta is to cook and serve it. Let's march on to the grand finale, the moment we've been kneading, rolling, and shaping for. Cooking pasta seems straightforward, but it's a delicate dance that requires precision. To start, fill a large pot with plenty of water. We're not looking for a mere paddle pool, but rather a deep-sea diving adventure for our pasta. Get that water boiling and add a generous pinch of salt. The salted water seasons the pasta from the inside out, ensuring every bite is brimming with flavor. Gently lower your homemade pasta into the boiling water. Since it's fresh, it'll cook much quicker than dried pasta. For thin shapes like spaghetti or fettuccine, 2 to 3 minutes should do the trick. For thicker shapes, you might need up to 5 minutes. But don't just rely on the clock. The best way to know if it's done is to taste it. The pasta should be al dente, which loosely translated from Italian means to the tooth. It should have a slight bite to it, a little resistance, but not hard or chewy. Now don't just abandon your pasta in the sink. Save a cup of the pasta cooking water before you drain it. This starchy liquid gold can be used to adjust the consistency of your sauce, helping it to cling to the pasta and making it extra delicious. We're now ready to serve our pasta. A simple way to enjoy your homemade pasta is with a drizzle of good quality olive oil, a sprinkle of freshly grated Parmesan cheese, and a twist of black pepper. Or you can toss it in a homemade tomato sauce simmered with love and patience. The possibilities are as endless as your creativity. Remember, the star of the show here is your homemade pasta. So whatever you pair it with should complement, not overpower, its delicate taste and texture. And there you have it, perfect homemade pasta made right in your own kitchen. Let's recap what we've learned about making perfect homemade pasta. First, we gathered the necessary ingredients. Then we ventured into the art of pasta dough making, followed by shaping our pasta to perfection. We then explored the exciting world of cooking and serving this delightful dish. Remember, the key to pasta perfection is in experimenting. Try different flours, shapes, and sauces to find your personal pasta nirvana. Thank you for joining us on this pasta making journey. Bon appetit and happy cooking. And happy